Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Alison DiBarto Goggin with Little Black Bag Medicine, and today I wanted to share with you my top 3 mistakes that I see in my practice when people aren't feeling better and they're really frustrated and they want to know what's going on. So, the number one mistake I see is that people just aren't being consistent. So, when we're taking supplements, when we're doing our diet changes, when we're adding in exercise, it's really tempting to be like, hey, I ate healthy for 2 days. How come I don't feel better? And we really want things to be fast paced, and it's just not going to be that way. Our bodies need time. So, when we're dealing with chronic issues, the typical rule of thumb um, might be for you. I don't like to use blanket statements, so I'm trying to avoid that. Might be that for every year that you've had an issue, it takes about a month to heal. So when you're looking at that, and when you come to my office and you say, well, I've had chronic fatigue for 10 years, or for me, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia when I was 15. Well, okay, now we're talking about 20 years of a long-term issue. I got a long time to go before I'm going to start to feel better. So when you look at that, you know you have a goal, you know you have a set thing that you need to keep your eye on. So does that mean you have to be perfect every single day for the next 20 months? You're never going to heal? Not at all. But does that mean you got a 2-day window to cure yourself of a 20-year issue? Absolutely not. And I know it gets tempting to call it quits, but we really have to give ourselves a lot more time than we're giving ourselves. So we have to be consistent. So that's number one. Number two is really ignoring the lifestyle key parts of healing. So many people say, well, I'm taking my supplements, I'm using my oils, and I'm not feeling better. But really, what ends up happening is that they're ignoring the fact that they're not eating consistently, their blood sugar is going up and down, they're not sleeping, they're not taking care of their mental, spiritual, or emotional health. And that's why when I do my report of findings and we sit down for your initial consultation, we talk about supplements, absolutely, every additional thing that you can do for yourself, but we talk about food, we talk about meal plans, we talk about exercise, we talk about sleep hygiene, we talk about mental hygiene, we talk about your magic morning or your magic evening, which is what 3 things are you going to do for you to set yourself up for emotional, physical, spiritual health, right? So my magic morning is meditation, journaling, and reading or listening to something. And when I started my magic morning, I set a timer for 5 minutes because I was like, I don't think I can handle this. So just starting with 5 minutes is all I'm going to ask. So pay attention to your lifestyle. If you're not seeing really good results and you're like, what is going on? Pay attention to your lifestyle. What else? Track everything, just so we can take a look at it and go, oh, I see what the issue is. It's this. Or you're not being consistent, or where we can figure out that puzzle piece. We can put that together for you. And then the next biggest mistake I see is not taking enough of your supplements, not eating enough food, not getting enough of the right type of exercise for you. So the biggest thing I would say is digestive enzymes, probiotics, and anti-inflammatory support. So when you take digestive enzymes, most people say, well, I took one in the morning with all of my other supplements. I didn't eat breakfast, so I'm fine. But my gut's not feeling better. When really the key is digestive enzymes are meant to break down food. So if you're taking them without food, they're not really going to be doing anything for you. So take your digestive enzymes with food because that's what they're meant to break down. And if you're not feeling a difference, you can take more. So my general rule with enzymes is if it's a light meal, like say you're having a smoothie, you might have one. If it's a medium meal, like chicken and green beans or something light like a salad, you could take 2. If it's beer, pizza, and wings night, you can take 3 or 4. When I was pregnant, my digestive system was so slowed down. I was taking 8 digestive enzymes every single meal because I was so sick. And it was the only thing that kept me from throwing up all the time because everything finally got broken down and moved down instead of when you're pregnant and you're nauseous coming up. So don't be afraid to take more. When you're having extreme gut issues, and these are blanket statements. This is not something I would recommend for everybody. I would prefer to see a stool test to see what's actually going on, but just to give you an idea of if you're not feeling better, what's going on. Some people do great with one probiotic a day, like one capsule a day, and they're like, oh my God, my life changed. For some people, you go, I had taken probiotics for years and I don't see any difference. Well, you might not be taking enough, or you might not be taking the right type for you. So number one, this is why testing is really important, because you're going to see, well, am I taking the right probiotic for me? Is there a deeper infection or issue going on, like H. pylori, opportunistic bacteria, protozoa, parasites, like there's so much that we test for that make sure that we're not just trying to override those issues. And then two, you might need 2 or 3 or 4 a day. You might do better taking them in the morning. You might do better taking them at night. So we still have to play with these things. And then there's a couple supplements, like I take Repair Vite by Apex. It's a powder for your gut support for my colitis, and it does amazing. So if I take one scoop, I'm scooping, but I can't remember the term of it. If I take one scoop, I'm like, whatever. And then I was in a seminar with a flare-up, and Victor, who's our amazing rep and support, he's just phenomenal. He's like, come here. And he put 4 scoops in a glass of water and stirred it up. And as soon as I drank those 4 scoops, like all the inflammation went down. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not in pain. This is so weird, because I was drinking turmeric oil, turmeric capsules, turmeric, like all of those things. It just wasn't enough. And with, speaking of turmeric, so when I said anti-inflammatories, with doTERRA, we have these amazing turmeric capsules now. We have the essential oil, and then with Apex, I use their liposomal liquid. So with turmeric, we use what I say till bowel tolerance, meaning that you take it until your gut gets upset, you have diarrhea, and then you can back off. So for some people that might mean 1, for some people that can mean up to 5 or more. So it just depends on that person. And that's why you might be saying, well, I take 1 a day, I'm just not seeing a difference. Well, you might need to take a little bit more, and that's okay. Just don't overdo it. Or as soon as you notice that you overdid it, back off a little bit. So keep up, be consistent, play with your dosages, and most importantly, if you're playing with your dosages, talk to your doctor. Talk to me if you're a patient and say, hey, I'm upping, I'm lowering. Make sure that whatever you're taking doesn't interfere with any prescription medications. These things do not apply to prescription medications. Take your required dose. I am not saying that if you have a headache, take 80 Tylenol. No, this is talking about essential oil, nutritional supplements done in a safe way. This is not a conversation about pharmaceuticals. I just realized that. Don't not follow your directions. Does that make sense? Follow the directions for your pharmaceuticals. If you're changing your nutritional supplements, talk with your doctor, talk with me, find out what works best for your body. Okay, all right, there's my little PSA. And I did a live for another group, and it was really fun. So what I ended with is, I'm a chiropractor by trade. My full practice right now is functional medicine. So everything's online. I just do blood work and testing and nutrition. So as a chiropractor, and I still hear it all the time, oh, once you go to the chiropractor, you're going to have to go a lot to feel better. They won't cure you in one adjustment. And of course that's true. And we say, do you go to the gym one time and lose 20 pounds? No, absolutely not. You have to go consistently, a few times a week, if not moving your body at least every day. You have to do the right exercise for you. You don't go to the dentist once every 6 months, not brush your teeth at home, and then go back and expect to have no cavities or build up. No, you're going to have unhealthy teeth if you're not brushing your teeth every single day. So yes, you have to eat food every single day. You have to brush your teeth. You have to exercise. You have to take your supplements in the right amount. So be consistent. Find the right dosage for you. Work with someone who's going to understand what's going on. Get testing done to make sure that you are going for the right thing. Because if you're worried about your digestion and your gut, you might be missing anemia or thyroid issues or inflammation issues. So there's my little message for the day for you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, leave me a message. You can find me on Facebook at Little Black Bag Medicine. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, this podcast, on SoundCloud, any player. And you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation online. My website's littleblackbagmedicine.com. We talk about what's going on with you, what's working, what's not working, what are you trying, and how to move forward and make a plan for you. So thanks for tuning in today, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.